We have a mission letter this morning from John and Christy Wynn, and these are missionaries to the Philippines. I've had a couple of people ask me, were they impacted by the earthquake? That was an earthquake that was fairly close to them, 6.9. They felt the trembling of the 6.9 earthquake, but they didn't have any damage. But only about 6 hours away. Now, the islands are different. You know, the Philippines are a whole, I don't know how many, hundreds of islands maybe that make up the Philippines. But not far from them, that same earthquake, there was something like 69 people killed and dozens upon dozens of people injured. So a lot of shaking, they felt the magnitude, but no damage on Leyte. So praise the Lord again for taking care of our missionaries. It says, "Dear Pastor and praying friends, we thank the Lord that we're back home. We are very thankful for the 3.5 months that we had for furlough that the Lord provided to us. We were able to visit 30 churches that support us and added one new church in Troy, Ohio to take us on for new support, and we praise the Lord for that. Thank you to those that were praying for Emily. She had some special needs. She was here. She had to find a job. She had to find a place to live. And the Lord answered the prayer. He says, thank you to those that were praying for Emily. With only a few weeks before we left, the Lord provided a place for her to stay with family and friends and gave her the exact job that she needed. And when she got the job, her boss told her and said, you know what, we just happen to have somebody leave, and we needed somebody to fill this job, and we think you can do that. And John says, we know that it wasn't by chance that somebody left. The Lord had it in his planning, and this was the exact kind of job that she was looking for. So the Lord answered that prayer. And on top of that, she and Joshua, now the son that's here as well, are only about 20 minutes apart, which is another answered prayer. Joshua's doing great and is seeing the Lord really open many doors for him, the opportunity, and he's beginning a job immediately. On the first Sunday back, I had the privilege of baptizing a married couple, Kayla and Ela. The daughter began coming to our Soldiers of the Cross program, and as a result, we were able to reach out to the parents. It is exciting to see the fire of the Lord in these folks. They are in every service, visitation, and every activity. We also are thankful for the couples that disciple them and help them to get involved. There is nothing like having the privilege of leading someone to Christ and then to see them grow. We're also thankful for our faithful layman class. They started with only 10 people just recently for the layman class. They had an activity at John's house just recently, and they had 30 men in attendance. And they're thankful for that. It says, praise the Lord. September the 14th was their classmate Sunday, where we encouraged our young people to invite their classmates. We had 44 first-time visitors that attended. It's such a joy to see the high school and college students reach out, and it's good to have them to come and actually listen to the service. It also said that many of them are hearing the gospel for the very first time. Our Grace Point ministry is back in full swing on the campus of EVSU, and now every Tuesday we have 6 different classes at Leyte National High School, and pray for them that we'll be able to get into more of the local high schools as well. I had the privilege on Friday morning to speak to the men in a drug rehabilitation center here in our town. There were a few fathers and sons, both, that were in the facility. How thankful I am for the godly heritage and what my father passed on to me. Pray as we meet with these men on a weekly basis. Pray that we will be able to lead them to the Lord and change their hearts and lives. Thank you for your continued prayers and support for us. May the Lord find us faithful in serving. John and Christy Wynn. So please continue to pray for these and for all of the missionaries. And we have gotten a few more letters come in, so each week now we'll have a new letter to read. But we pray for Chris because we know that he's still going through the issue related to trying to get the house approved and built. So pray for all of the missionaries. And we thank you so much for your mission support.